Mazda has a long history of breaking with convention, but few did so with as much conviction as the Mazda RX-8, and it's arguably even more fascinating now than it was at launch in 2003. Proper rear-wheel drive, naturally aspirated, manual gearbox sports cars are few and far between as it is these days, even if you completely ignore unique aspects like the RX-8's Wankel rotary engine and its coupe-esque, suicide-doored body style. At launch it went toe-to-toe with cars like the Honda S2000 and Nissan 350Z, while we also pitched it against other mechanically quirky rivals like the Subaru Impreza WRX and Volkswagen Golf R32. Today the RX-8 is spectacularly affordable, and while the risks of buying used examples are greater than with many of its contemporary rivals, the rewards are high too. If you can stomach the fuel bills, don't expect a great deal more than 20 miles per gallon in any sort of use. The RX-8 offers a unique and entertaining driving experience. Central to the RX-8, and implied by Mazda's RX designation, is its rotary engine. Dubbed the Renesis, it was a heavily evolved version of the two-rotor 13P used in the RX-7, featuring exhaust ports in the side of each rotor housing rather than on its periphery, and new rotor seals, a long-standing weak point of the rotary design. Unlike the RX-7, which had ceased production in Japan in 2002, but had long since disappeared from sale in Europe, the Renesis was naturally aspirated rather than turbocharged, but still capable of producing 237 bhp at a free-spinning 8,500 revolutions per minute. A lower output 189 bhp version was also available. The former was attached to a 6-speed manual gearbox, while the latter got a 5-speed with different ratios. Underpinnings were closely related to the third-generation Mazda MX-5, indeed, engineers used MX-5 prototypes to develop the drivetrain. Suspension is double wishbone up front and multi-link at the rear, and Mazda managed to keep weight relatively low, with a 1,300 kilograms figure. The more conventional and less powerful contemporary 1.8-liter Mazda 6 was 1,345 kilograms. The standard car was priced at £21,995, which seems like a bargain today, particularly given the sleek coupe body style, which actually hit a 4-door, 4-seat layout. The rear row accessed via rear-hinged half doors usable only after the front pair were open. The interior couldn't quite match some German alternatives for quality, but a low-slung driving position and uniquely styled dashboard made the RX-8 feel special inside, and by coupe standards it was practical too. Several special editions came and went during the RX-8's production run, but most interesting to us was the PZ. Developed by ProDrive, which, aside from its rallying and racing success, also later worked wonders on the Alfa Romeo Burra. Changes focused on improving the car's handling further. Power therefore remained the same, but Oz racing wheels, Bilstein dampers with the box springs, and a fruitier exhaust all made for a more serious sports car. £25,995 secured one on its launch in 2006. 2008 brought about more significant changes, with a facelift to better reflect Mazda's corporate look of the time, a higher specification, revised geometry and chassis stiffening, and a shorter final drive. The RX-8 lasted until 2010 in the UK, when it was withdrawn from sale based on emissions standards.